Good morning, students. Today we are going to see about the topic Animal Kingdom. Now it's a time for recap. Last week we are discussing about some few topic: taxonomy, classification, hierarchy of classification, basis for classification, invertebrate and vertebrate. Now let's continue the same chapter. The first topic, binomial nomenclature. What is binomial nomenclature? The Carolus Linnaeus introduced the method of naming the animals with two names known as binomial nomenclature. Binomial nomenclature is the formal naming system for living things that all scientists use. It gives every species a two-part scientific name. The first name is called genus, and the first letter of genus is denoted in capital. And the second one is the species name denoted in small letter. For example, a ladybug found in the United States goes by the fancy name of Harmonia axirides. The first part of a scientific name like Harmonia is called the genus. Now let's move on to the next topic, invertebrata. Children, I hope you all know very well about what is invertebrate. What is invertebrate? An invertebrate is an animal without a backbone is called invertebrate. Now let's see about some few characteristics of invertebrate. They do not have a backbone. They are multicellular. They have no cell walls like all other animals. They reproduce by two reproductive cells or gametes coming together to produce a new organisms of their species. Now let's move on to the next topic, types of invertebrates. All invertebrates obtain food differently. Some have a mouth and others have a beak. The different types of invertebrates are Phylum Porifera, Phylum Coelenterata, Phylum Platyhelminthes, Phylum Aschelminthes, Phylum Annelida, Phylum Arthropoda, Phylum Mollusca, Phylum Echinodermata, Phylum Hemichordata. The first type of phylum is Phylum Porifera. The name Porifera means pore bearer. In Latin, a pore is a tiny hole. A sponge's body is covered by a skin. The skin has lots of small pores and a few large openings. The body wall has numerate minute pores called ostia, through which a continuous current of outside water is drawn into the body. They are generally marine aquatic organisms with a few freshwater species. Their bodies are asymmetrical. Body shape can be cylindrical, rounded or sac-like structure. They are triploplastic animals with two layers, the outer dermal layer and the inner gastral layer. Reproduction is by both asexual and sexual methods of reproduction. Some examples of Phylum Porifera are Spongilla, Euspangia, Cycon are some examples of Phylum Porifera. The next phylum is Phylum Coelenterata. The coelentrates have an aquatic mostly marine organisms with a radially symmetrical body. Their mouth is surrounded by sensory tentacles to capture the prey. Phylum Coelenterata belongs to the animal kingdom, found usually attached to the rocks at the bottom of the sea. They are multicellular and can be found in colonies or solitarily. These are the simplest group of invertebrate animals. They reproduce both asexually and sexually. Hydra, jellyfish, obelia, coral, and anemones are some examples of Phylum Coelenterata. The next phylum is Phylum Platyhelminthes. Some few characteristics of Phylum Platyhelminthes are Platyhelminthes from the Greek word platy meaning flat and helminth meaning worm. Platyhelminthes are commonly known as flatworms or tapeworm. Platyhelminthes belongs to the kingdom Animalia. Their body is dorso-ventrally flattened. They exhibit bilateral symmetry. Also, they are triploplastic with 3 germ layers. They do not have a body cavity. The body is soft and unsegmented. They are mostly parasitic with a few free living. Some examples are flatworm, tapeworm, liver fluke are some examples of Phylum Platyhelminthes. The next phylum is Phylum Aschelminthes. They are mostly aquatic, free-living or parasitic. They are bilaterally symmetrical and unsegmented worms. The body is slender, vermiform and usually worm-like or flattened. They are usually small, even microscopic, while some reach a meter or more in length. They are triploplastic and pseudocoelomate with organ system. Respiratory system and circulatory systems are absent. The sexes are separate. Their life cycle is simple or complicated, usually with no special larval stages. Ancyclostoma, Wuchereria, Ascaris, roundworm are some few examples of Phylum Aschelminthes. Now let's see about the next phylum is Phylum Annelida. The annelids, also known as the ringed worms or segmented worms. They have a long and segmented body. Annelids are bilaterally symmetrical. They are triploplastic. They are mostly aquatic, marine or freshwater and parasitic. The body organization is of organ grade system. The setae and parapodia are locomotory organs. Earthworm, leech are some examples of Phylum Annelida. The next phylum is Phylum Arthropoda. An arthropod is an invertebrate animal having an exoskeleton, a segmented body and paired jointed appendages. Their body is segmented. They are bilaterally symmetrical. They possess an open circulatory system. Highly developed sense organs are present. The body is divided into head, thorax, and abdomen. Their body has jointed appendages which help in locomotion. The coelomic cavity is filled with blood. About 84% of all known species of animals are members of this phylum. Some examples of phylum arthropods are ant, dragonfly, bees, spider, scorpions, crab, lobster and shrimp are some examples of Phylum Arthropoda. Now let's move on to the next phylum is Phylum Mollusca. They are mostly found in marine and freshwater. They are bilaterally symmetrical. They are triploplastic with 3 layers. They show the organ system grade of organization. The body is soft and unsegmented. Body is divisible into 3 regions: head, muscular foot, and visceral mass. Body is covered by a mantle and shell. Respiration takes place through gills or lungs. Here, the sexes are separate, with larval stages during development. Snail, octopus, oyster, cuttlefish are some few examples of phylum Mollusca. Let's see about the next phylum is phylum Echinodermata. They are exclusively marine animals. They are triploplastic and coelomate animals. The larvae are bilateral symmetrical while the adults are radially symmetrical. They have organ system level of body organization. They have spiny body and the endoskeleton is made of calcareous ossicles. They possess water vascular system and tube feet that help them to move and attach to the substrate. Some few examples of phylum Echinodermata are starfish, sea urchin, sea cucumber, etc. Let's see about the last phylum is phylum Hemichordata. The name hemichordate meaning half chordata derives from their having only some characteristic of chordates while lacking others. They can be solitary or in colonies. Hemichordata is bilaterally symmetrical and triploplastic animals. Hemichordate have a true body cavity or coelom. They are exclusively marine animals. Circulatory system is open type. Respiration occurs through gills. A primitive nervous system is present. Then the reproduction is mostly sexual reproduction. Balanoglossus is an example of hemichordata. Okay, this is for the types of invertebrates and some examples. Thank you, children. Thank you, children. Thank you, children.